All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the broadcast booth of the Igloo here in Orangeville, Ontario. The site of this evening's Nphl interdivisional matchup between the visiting Strathroy Jets and your Orangeville Blitz. My name is Troy Hamilton. I'll be taking you through the action tonight. Unfortunately, Brad Thompson is in the building, but he's not going to be able to do color commentary with me tonight. He's busy with other things right now, but I will get you guys through the call solo as I've done most of the year this year, as this is going to be a very exciting matchup. These two teams, they've had some incredible games over the past couple of years, and I can't wait to see what we have in store tonight. All right, let's hand it over to our public address and get the anthems out of the way. We'll be right back. All right, anthems are taken care of, and we are ready for hockey here in Orangeville. Just got to get the camera over here. Apologize, folks. Just give us 1 second. All right, it looks like we are set and ready for hockey for the Orangeville Blitz. They come in tonight very excited as a team. They have just clinched as of last Sunday trip to the Outlaw Cup tournament coming up at the end of April. First game, April 24th. The schedule isn't official just yet, but it does appear that the Blitz will be taking on the Smith Falls Rideaux in the first game of the Outlaw Cup. So a very excited team, and they're ready to play tonight, as are the Strathroy Jets, who are trying to hunt points and stay first place in the wild card. As of right now, I'll explain it as the game goes along, as here's Brandon Prust in the lineup tonight, former NHLer. That one turned over at the line. Fired shot by Griffiths gets through, but it's sent just wide. On the puck there, Fitzmaurice. He'll spin it around. It'll ride the plate, find Cole Keating. Keating's going to turn it back, hope for Prust. Prust's there, sidesteps a check. He'll be in behind the net. Get it on the side of the goal to Fitzmaurice. His centering pass out of the reach of everybody, and then the Jets send it all the way down back into their own end, where Evan DeBrouwer, the goaltender of the year candidate right now, tees it up for Blake Griffiths, as this Strathroy team getting geared up for a first-round matchup with their bitterest rival, the Stratford Irish. Can't wait to see that one as McQueen fires a shot through. It'll go wide, and Heffernan's on it there. One of the new acquisitions here of the Blitz actually was an NPHL Metro All-Star this year, so it's really good to see him out there tonight. He had a big game in Six Nations helping the Blitz clinch the Outlaw Cup berth. Here's Heffernan. He'll fire it back to the point. Kept in, fired shot right into the glove, and held on that time by DeBrouwer. A good stop that time off Chase Spencer. Good to see him in the lineup. He took a vicious hit on Sunday near the end of that game. He was down and out for a little bit, but he was back on his feet. Chase is always a gamer, and it's great to have him back in the lineup tonight in this ever so important late season contest. Here's Berisha down the right wing side. He'll chip it in. Benstead gets the start tonight. Owen Benstead, it's his first start of the season, and it's not an easy opponent tonight, so they're going to put him to the test early. There's a play out front, and a good stick that time by Searles. He'll get it ahead to Heffernan, who will leave it there for Keenan Southers. Excited to see him in the lineup tonight. Southers always one of the most electric players in this league, so to get to see him and Prust going head-to-head is definitely entertaining. As here's Searles. He'll spin free, worked over by LeBerge, and then Rocket couldn't find it, so they dig away. Out of the scramble, it comes free behind the net. Vergeer's on it. He'll look things over. He'll skate out and then fire it right on the tape. Here they come. Walking in, Van den Elzen can't get the shot. Goes back door, Rocket, the shot, the save, Benstead. Good save that time by Benstead. Good early stop has marked that one up, his first stop in the NPHL. It's a big one as Rocca was all alone out front. Dunlop hoists it through center. It's knocked down, backhanded in. It'll ride the plate, and it'll get settled in as Strathroy peels off for a change. One of these late season contests, you wouldn't think the Jets would have all their dogs in the lineup, and they are without Rob Tremp tonight. But several of their top guns are here tonight in Orangeville. Orangeville running a bit of a short bench tonight, but they're confident in this group as Perovic's offside. And we'll get the face-off in neutral ice just outside of that Strathroy bench. Sorry, folks, I'm just going to mess with the camera again here. We just had an issue right there. We're not getting what we need here. All right, off the draw, Elkins has it. He'll look things over and then hoist it opposite corner where it will bounce down. On it first, Ferreira. Ferreira puts it down low. There's a battle for it there. Ferreira gets it back to the line. Walking the line, firing a shot blocked up high by Chidwick, and the Blitzer away with numbers. Noseworthy on the tape. Here's Quayle. Quayle swings on the left side, looks towards the net. He'll go in behind. He'll try the wraparound, and DeBrouwer in good position makes the save, and he'll hold on. A good stop early from both goaltenders. And good back and forth action as the net has popped off. Referee will put it back on its moorings, and we'll get set here. 16:55 to play in period one. Off the faceoff, Keating puts it back to the line, hits Noseworthy, but it's put cross corner that time where Perry's on it. Daniel Perry, he'll send one all the way back, opposite point, on it there, Noseworthy. He'll leave it there for Searles. Searles spins free. He's being pestered that time by Prust. He'll leave it for Southers, who pokes it down, but he can't get it by Griffiths. Now Griffiths is up with the puck. Strathroy playing very confident this year. Obviously, like we said, currently number one in that wild card standing. There's a drop back pass, the quick shot by Perry. Turned aside and away they go. 2-on-1, Fitzmaurice and Prust. Fitzmaurice for Prust. Prust, what a good stick that time by Curry. Tyler Curry took a chance away. Now it's numbers the other way. Here's Searles. Searles waits. Tries to get it to Southers. It was out of his reach. Now they got Prust ahead of the play, but Tyler Curry with a great read. He'll intercept the pass and get it back to De Oliveira. And now Curry, as his line mates change, will start the rush. He'll gain the line. They let him come in. He'll backhand it down low. On it there, Griffiths. He's pestered by Chidwick, and then it's back to the line. There's Wes Baker, the captain. He'll fire it cross ice off a leg. Jamie McQueen, he flies up on it. De Oliveira watches him. It takes a strange hop in the corner, evades McIntyre. Now Perovic. His centering pass knocked down, but then Perovic follows it up. Baker grabbed his stick, got away with one right there. McIntyre across. Here's Vergeer. Vergeer down the left wing. He'll fire a shot. Benstead kicks it away. And out of the corner, Chidwick can't get it by his man. Look out, McIntyre in front. Loose puck. It bounces free. There's McQueen. Sharp angle shot and a good save by Benstead. Quayle's going to start the rush. Quayle normally a defenseman. He's playing forward, although he has played forward at times in his career, including a couple of games when he was in Europe in the EIHL with the Fife Flyers. On it, Baker. Baker tied up nicely by Quayle, who looks comfortable in that forward position. It'll come free, though, and McIntyre's got Vergeer. He was pressured, but he just sends it up the open wall. There's LeBerge. LeBerge turns it over to Quayle. Quayle down to Chidwick. It was off his stick. He'll swipe at it, but LeBerge takes it away, and he'll backhand it up the wall, hoping for Baker. Baker pressured, though, by Dunlop. Good forecheck here early from the Blitz. Centering pass that time off a stick, and now Baker's just going to send it through center. Fresh off the benches, Cam Searles. Searles gains the blue line, leaves it on the far side. Here's Chidwick. He'll walk in, drop it back for Searles. Fans on the shot, now LeBerge has it. Matt LeBerge just sends it weakly down into the Orangeville zone. No icing as we tick down to 14:20 to play here in period one. Here's Dunlop. Up the right wing, Heffernan, he's flying. Look at Heffernan cut through center ice, make a move on two. He'll take the shot, and DeBrouwer makes the save as Heffernan doing what he does best. Brought in this year. He was originally a member of the Cambridge Hornets of the Allen Cup Hockey League, but he decided that it wasn't the right situation for him. There was a spot open here in Orangeville, and he took it, and he has flourished since coming here to the Blitz. There's a shot through the screen, saved by DeBrouwer, and now Rocca's going to start up. Rocca's got Berisha on the right side. Berisha can't get by Dunlop. Good check, but then he does get it to Rocca, who spins it. But Southers, good back check. He'll find it and then leave it there for Spencer. Spencer ahead. Gets it back. Spencer leaves it that time at the line, but Heffernan blew a tire, and away go the Jets. Here's Rocca. He'll gain the line, turn free, try to go back door. It's off a leg, bounces around, and there's Keenan Southers, the massive human being. He'll get it out in center ice to Chidwick. Chidwick all alone, line mates on a change. He'll fire a low shot, kicked away easily by DeBrouwer, and now Alkins has it there. He'll spin it around the far side. He'll get it up. Ferreira gets run off the puck that time by Perovic, but then takes it back and then chips it to Alkins in his own zone. A little bit of a dangerous play that time, as Alkins sends an aerial through center, out of the reach of Daniel Perry, but Noseworthy's on it. He'll send one up. Quayle's got it, makes a nice move. Quayle jumps around Griffiths. He'll go after it in the corner. Quayle turns free. Centering pass, and it was knocked away. Quayle then leaves it for Chidwick. Chidwick bumped off the puck, and now Griffiths will reset. 12:57 to go in period one. That one sent. They say it was deflected by Ferreira. Blitz bench disagrees. They thought that was icing. Ferreira goes after it with Quayle. Ferreira takes it off Quayle at the side of the net. Looks for a centering play. Griffiths sneaking in, but Quayle with a good pick that time, and he's going to start out. Takes a cross check that time. Again, no call. Noseworthy cross ice. There's Perry. Perry hoists one cross ice in the feet of Noseworthy. He bumps into Prust. That's two tough customers coming together. And now Martinelli will fire a pass. Deflected in by Ferreira. He'll peel off for a change. Perry goes after it with Fitzmaurice. Perry sticks it up the wall. On it there, it's going to be Cam Searles. Searles slowly waiting for things to develop. He'll go cross ice. Bouncing in the feet of Curry, and then it's taken away by Griffiths. He'll get it ahead, but no further than Searles. Blitz being very responsible here in this first period. Like to see that as they gear up for what they look to have a very deep playoff run this year, as there's Heffernan right on cue. A little bit dangerous in front of his own net, but he makes a nice play to get it back to Tyler Curry. Curry spins it there, D'Oliveira. He'll send it up the wall. He's got Searles. Searles leaves it. Heffernan's on the break. Heffernan in, takes the shot, and the save by DeBrouwer. Good early stop again from DeBrouwer. He's sharp as always. Former NCAA goaltender of the year with Arizona State University, the top goaltender in the NCAA. We're talking Division I. As the Jets bench cries for a penalty, press blue attire. Here's a quick shot from Southers. And I'm sorry to the Strathroy Jets bench, but you shouldn't be crying when a former NHLer blows a tire and there was no stick anywhere near him, as he laughs about it on his way to that Strathroy bench, as he even knows that was the furthest thing from a penalty. Faceoff will be to the right of DeBrouwer. Quayle on the draw, wins it backwards, but then LeBerge steps in, makes a nice play. Here's Baker. Away with the puck, Wes Baker. He'll jog his way through center. Look at him cut through three, take the shot, he sent it just wide. Wes Baker showing off the speed here in this early first period. Tied up behind the net, Jamie McQueen follows it up. McQueen back to the line, LeBerge. LeBerge shoots, deflected just wide by Baker. Orangeville's legs, you can tell, a little bit gassed here early in this first period as we're about at the midway mark. And the Jets running three lines deep in 6D. Expect them to have the better legs tonight, but the Blitz never give up. Here's Quayle. Backhands it down low. And Chidwick tried to stick it out front, but it was picked out by LeBerge. And he's pestered by Perovic, but it's sent up the wall. And Vanden Nelson lets it go to avoid the too many men penalty, and Spencer fires it up. He's got Chidwick. Chidwick on that far side, Dunlop. Dunlop in the middle. There's Perovic. He'll take the shot, and he sent it just wide. Here's Rocca. He'll hoist it through center. Quayle covering D. He'll chip it there. He's got Perovic. Perovic fires it out of the reach that time of Chidwick, who blows a tire himself. No complaints from the Orangeville bench, and here's Vergeer. Vergeer fires it. Deflected by Vanden Nelson. Dunlop battles with him. Puck comes free. There's Berisha. Berisha can't find it, and away goes Keenan Southers. Southers, the former Leafs farmhand, they step in. It looked offside, but they don't blow it dead, and here's Alkins as he recovers nicely and backhands it up. Might be numbers the other way for the Jets. Here they come 3-on-2. Walking in, Vanden Nelson. He's got a man out front. Berisha, the shot, the save, Benstead, and he's got the rebound. Good stop from Benstead. Once again, he's been solid here in the few times they've tested him. Looking comfortable in his first NPHL start. I know the nerves are definitely there for Owen Benstead, but he is holding up to the task here. Okay. Off the draw, Berisha sticks it into the corner. We do apologize for the camera issues, folks. It does appear we have them sorted out. Up the wall, Alkins. Alkins sticks it down low. Perry cuts him off. On the puck, Berisha back for Alkins. Again, like I said, Strathroy gearing up, looking to go on a playoff run there of their own. They got a first-round matchup. There's a shot blocked away with the Stratford Irish, a team that they split the season series with, 2 games apiece. As that one from a sharp angle, Benstead just pokes it away. Blitz getting hemmed in their own zone here a bit. Tied up, though, and there's Keenan Southers ahead. There's Heffernan. He'll settle things down, turn back, and Heffernan's going to start the rush. With speed, he'll gain the red line, fire it in. DeBrouwer easily kicks it away. 9:03 to play here in period 1. Elkins back across for his partner. That's Habib. He's going to go behind the net. He'll fire it up on that left side, and away go the Jets. They dump it in cross corner. Perry goes after it. The loose puck stick dead. It goes in behind the net. Jets still control. They send one through. Activating from the point, Martinelli. Ferreira takes it instead. Ferreira pestered by Perovic. He's had a really good start to this game, offensively and defensively, all over the loose pucks. It's a 4-man battle in the corner. Ferreira takes it out. Perry knocks it away, and here's Perovic. Perovic leaves it for Perry. Perry's going to start up. He'll fire across ice. There's Quayle. Quayle makes a nice move. He'll cut in. Quayle takes the shot. Off a stick. It goes just wide. Now they got a man loose. Perovic tries to go backdoor. He should have taken the shot there. And Martinelli's going to start the rush. The veteran defenseman, former teammate of Rob Schremp and Brandon Prust on the 2005 Memorial Cup champion London Knights. Those guys got some years under them, but don't kid yourself. They are excellent hockey players. There's Prust right on cue, battling in the corner with Tyler Curry. Curry, though, makes a nice spin play to get out of it. And then Perovic's cross-ice pass on the tape, D'Oliveira. He'll get it up. Chidwick, he's got Quayle. Quayle takes a shot, kicked away by DeBrouwer. In the corner, it's Chidwick. He'll go down low. Quayle battles that time with Vergeer. Tries to get it back to the line, knocked down nicely by Fitzmaurice, and they're away. Fitzmaurice for Keating. Keating drops it back. Prust. Centering pass off a stick and up and into the netting and out of play. So we'll get another face-off down in the Orangeville zone. As this first period just flying by, 7 minutes, 23 seconds to go in period 1. And like I said, what has been frantic pace to this game, only a few face-offs, a few whistles so far. But I'm sure with the weather outside being as beautiful as it is, the guys on the ice aren't going to be too upset with a quick flowing game. There's a shot knocked away. Perry takes it. That's Dunlop. And now Heffernan's on the far side. Heffernan looking for options. He'll continue to walk in, take a sharp angle shot off the outside of the net. It rides up the far side. Prust on it there. Brandon Prust gets Mitch Fitzmaurice, and Fitzmaurice stops up, looks things over, and now he's going to start the rush. His pass, though, picked off nicely by Searles, but unable to get a deep bend. Here's Keating. Keating's had a good year this year for Strathroy. Tries to chip it around Dunlop, who takes it away, and he'll fire an outlet, hoping for Searles. Searles lifts the stick, so no icing. It's going to go in on DeBrouwer. DeBrouwer's going to play it. On it there, Elkins. He'll fire it up. He's got Jamie McQueen, who spots McIntyre, who gets Baker. Wes Baker fires cross ice, hoping for McQueen, but a good stick and a great back check from Keenan Southers prevents that backdoor dangerous opportunity. And we'll get a face-off once again in the Orangeville zone to the right of the goaltender, Owen Benstead. Off the draw. Jets control. Hadid from the line. He'll fire a shot, knocked down out front. Nice play by Spencer. He gets those legs going through center. He'll dump it in cross corner. On it there, Elkins. He'll spin it off the wall. McQueen's going to tip it ahead, and away goes McIntyre, who's got a step. McIntyre working in. He fans on the shot as Quayle right there to take it away, and here goes Chidwick. Chidwick gains the red line. Perovic's offside, so this play will be blown dead and brought back out just outside of that Strathroy bench. Again, another big point for the Orangeville Blitz, booking their trip to the Outlaw Cup coming up April 24th to May 2nd in Smiths Falls, Ontario. Got to make sure I get the S in there because I heard a lot about it last time. I said Smith Falls. The people weren't happy, as I understand. 2 completely different cities in Ontario, but regardless, it's going to be an excellent experience for these guys, for the young guys, for the former junior guys. I'm sure it's going to be a great time. And like I said, the Jets battling away here, trying to get their own way, trying to carve their own way to the Outlaw Cup. As that shot by Noseworthy kicked away by DeBrouwer, he finds the rebound with Perovic in front. And with 5:49 to go in period 1, he's going to cover up. We'll get another face-off in the Strathroy zone this time. For Owen Benstead, it's his first semi-pro start tonight. He's been on the Orangeville roster all year. He's primarily been the backup. Obviously, early season, the net was primarily split between Masters and Mantle, and Masters no longer with the team. Currently playing in Tavistock with the Royals in the OEHL. It's become Mantle's net as he was an all-star this year. He earned it. There's a shot through, knocked down by Benstead. Good stop. And Noseworthy there to clean up the rebound, and here's Chidwick. But it's a great opportunity for Benstead tonight, as you never know what can happen in the playoffs with injuries, etc. So it's a good opportunity to earn the coach's trust tonight and show that he's capable against a very, very talented Strathroy team. As that one fired cross ice, hits the linesman, no icing. Perry's going to chip it up at the line, knocked down by Quayle, and then it finds its way eventually back to him, and he's going to try to start the rush. Tries to deke through a couple, he does, as Perovic has it in his feet, and then he blows the tire, and Berisha takes it. He'll dump it in. Benstead goes out to stop it. He leaves it there. Knows where he's got a hustle. On it first, Van den Elzen. He'll get it to Rocca. Rocca walks in, takes the shot, and he sent it high and wide. Perovic had Heffernan ahead of the play. Couldn't get it to him, and now he's going to start up. He's waiting for his mates to change. Here's Curry. He'll go back, and the Oliveira looks things over. He'll go back across. Here's Curry. Curry's got a step to the outside. He'll walk in. He'll wait. He'll fire a sharp angle shot, blocked away easily that time by Vergeer. On it. Spun down low. Curry tries to find it, and it's sticked out to center ice. Good hustle that time by Jobson. And now a bouncing puck through center ice. Jobson fires from way offside. Surprised he didn't blow that dead, as D'Oliveira's going to turn back in his own zone. He'll get it there. Cam Searles cross ice on the tape. Curry. Final 4 minutes to play here in period number 1. On it, there's Heffernan. Heffernan knows he's got to really carry a lot of the offensive momentum tonight. Him and Keenan Southers are going to be expected to put up some goals for the Orangeville Blitz tonight. And those two former pros are up to the task. Here's Cam Searles. He'll walk in. He'll go across ice. The chip pass in front. Heffernan scores! What a beautiful setup from the Blitz. And Kyle Heffernan buries it. Orangeville strikes first. It's 1-0. Right on cue. I mentioned that those big three were going to have to carry the offense tonight. A beautiful setup. Cam Searles goes backdoor to Keenan Southers. The Jets sold out for a shot. Southers finds Heffernan standing alone in front. And Orangeville strikes first. 3:45 to play in period number 1. Immediately the Jets follow it up with that Prust, Fitzmaurice, Keating line. Here's Alkins. Alkins through center. They're giving the goal right now to Perovic. I'm sure that's not going to stand very long. Spencer's pass picked off. Look out, here they come right away. Habib in the middle. They go backdoor. Fitzmaurice scores. Mitchell Fitzmaurice responds right away. A bad turnover in center. And that lead did not last long, all but 21 seconds. And Strathroy, courtesy of Mitch Fitzmaurice, ties it up. And that's the dangers of that line. One bad turnover, and it can end up in the back of your net. And they're going to keep them out there. So we're back to level. 3:21 to go here in period number 1. As I was saying, they're giving the goal to Perovic on the ice, but Perovic wasn't even on the ice. We clearly saw Heffernan score that one, so I'm sure we're going to have to get that changed up. Here's Keating. He'll carry it through and then dump it cross corner. It'll bounce. Perry goes after it with Prust. Prust in front, and a good stop at the side of the net that time by Benstead, as he had Keating digging away. And here goes Perovic. Perovic makes a gorgeous move, walks in. Perovic, the shot, the save up high by DeBrouwer. But Luke Perovic, man, oh man, he's showing off that incredible skating ability and those magical hands so far tonight on both ends of the puck. As Quayle unable to get a stick on that one. And it will go down for an icing, and we're going to face off back in the Orangeville zone. 2:38 to play here in period number 1. Face off to the right of Benstead. Off the draw, McQueen the blast, and he sent it high and wide. That was a rolling puck, and he got a lot of that shot, but he couldn't hit the target. Behind the net, McIntyre, side of the net, Baker the shot, off the mask that time of Benstead, as the Jets start to pour on the pressure here late in the first. Griffiths tied up, McQueen takes it. McQueen drops back Martinelli. Ryan Martinelli fires a shot through, it was deflected by McQueen up high, And the Blitz are definitely gassed here, just trying to get a change. Here's Baker, drops it back McIntyre. Martinelli walking in, takes the shot, and he sent it high and wide on that far blocker side. Now Griffiths drops his stick, and Chidwick unable to start a rush the other way. Griffiths still has the puck as the Blitz are trying to get a change here. Noseworthy, cross for Perry. Top line jumps back on the ice for Orangeville. Minute 52 to play. Perry's going to chip it in on to Brower. He's going to try to hustle in and force the faceoff, and he does just that. A minute 47 to go. Oh, there we go. They just changed it to Heffernan. I guess they heard the complaints from the broadcast booth as Heffernan with a beautiful goal. You couldn't take that one away from him. As good as Luke Perovic's played tonight so far. That one was all Hef at the line. Here's Spencer as Cyril's got tangled up with Rocca in front of the net. He took an awkward spill, but he's back to his feet. As away they go, Vanden Elzen. Vanden Elzen makes a move at the line, leaves it there for Berisha. Backhands it through, and Benstead, a good stop up high. He'll hold on as Rocca was right in his grill. And we'll get another face-off in the Orangeville zone. Minute 32 to go in period number 1. Off the draw, Berisha takes a shot. Save, rebound was loose, and Rocca sticked it, but it went to the corner off the leg of Dunlop. There's where the battle ensues. Vanden Elzen lost the puck, and then Rocca tries to get it back to the line. It's picked off by Heffernan. What a read. Here's Southers through center. Southers chips it. Cyril's given room. He'll fire off a leg. LeBerge blocked it, and then the puck comes free, and Vanden Elzen just gets it through center. It's going to go all the way down. It's going to be on Benstead, so no icing. He's going to chip it. A minute to go, and we're in the final minute of period 1. Spencer makes a nice move. Spencer carries in. Spencer, the sharp angle shot, stopped by DeBrouwer. Vergeer's going to take it. He's going to send it high in the air. Knocked down at the line by Spencer, and they're going to say it was a hand pass. And Spencer was tied up by Berisha, and we'll get another face-off just outside of that Strathroy blue line. Off the draw, Spencer cross-ice Dunlop. 45 seconds to go, Chidwick. He'll fire the shot, deflected off a leg, rebound Dunlop, and he sent it off the outside of the net. Back to the line, here's a late push from the Blitz. That one rolled around Chidwick. Chidwick backhands it down low, but nobody was home, and now that'll allow Martinelli to start up in the final 28 seconds of the period. He goes cross-ice for Griffiths, who sends that one off the stick of Jobson, wide of the net. Spencer has to go after it. Jobson barrels in after him, but he makes a nice play, and away goes Perovic. Perovic cross ice, bounces. Quick shot that time by Chidwick, blocked away. Now he tries to get it out front. It's a bouncing puck. Perovic, it's in his feet. It comes free, and then it's going to be sent out by Jobson in the final 3 seconds of the period. Will tick away. And after 20 minutes of play here in Orangeville, the Blitz and Jets deadlocked at 1 as Kyle Heffernan got the scoring started with just over 3 minutes to go in period number 1, and then it was immediately followed up just 21 seconds later. Mitch Fitzmaurice, number 17, buried one on the high blocker side to even this game up at 1 apiece as we head to the first intermission. All right, folks, stick around. We'll be right back with second period action. I'll be breaking down some more of these standings updates, the Outlaw Cup tournament that's upcoming here in just over a month and a half. And obviously, like I said, we'll preview the Jets and Irish playoff series, which will be starting up next weekend. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube.
5 minutes for fighting. 21 Calgary, 5 minutes for fighting.
All right, folks, we're back here in the broadcast booth at the Igloo in Orangeville, Ontario, where your Orangeville Blitz are currently tied with the visiting Strathroy Jets 1-1. We talked about it ad nauseum in that first period. Proud of both these teams, obviously, but for what the Blitz have accomplished this year, to get a bye into that Outlaw Cup is just huge. But the real journey just starts now. I mean, this is where the games start to get serious. This is where the stuff starts to really matter. And we saw that last weekend in Six Nations. It was really the battle for first place, essentially. And I myself drove down there with a couple other people to watch that game just because we knew the entertainment factor was going to be through the roof, and that it was. A 7-5 final with an empty netter. Just an incredible game. Blitz stormed back in that game. They went down early. They fought their way back in that game, and they earned that first place bye. And they will take on either Woodstock or Halton Hills in the first round. And Six Nations, obviously, in the same boat. They will take on either one of those two teams, whoever clinches. As the youngsters here are cheering for Brandon Prest as he hits the ice. That's cool to see, and that's why the former NHL talent definitely gets the youngsters going for sure. But, no, it's such a big journey for the Blitz. It starts for every one of these teams. It starts back in September, even before that in terms of, recruiting, everything like that. And, they put the product on the ice. The team had some up and downs, and here they are as they are on their way to the Outlaw Tournament. As, ironically, the players are on the ice and ready to go, but the referees were still in the room. It's usually the opposite story here, but referees are on the ice now and set to go as the players are kind of ripping them here, saying, hey, guys, it's snowing outside. We had a good, brisk first period, well played. Couple big stops at both ends. Let's get this game going, and they are ready to go here in the second period from the Igloo. Southers impressed on the draw, and we are underway in period number 2. Look for the Blitz to try to come out flying here while they got those legs to start the period. Griffiths, he'll start this defensive zone possession from behind his own net. Battles the wet ice, and then he fires it up to Keating. Keating off the wall, spots Fitzmaurice. Good step up that time by Spencer, and then the pass deflected down low. Prust is on it. He'll spin one out front, but picked off nicely that time by Dunlop, who headmans and then gets it back. A little bit of miscommunication there. Searles is going to send it through center, but it's knocked down by Keating. And right back in come the Jets. Nice pick that time by Searles, and now Dunlop's going to reset, get it up to Cam Searles. And the skilled forward's going to gain the line onside. He'll slide it through, hoping for Southers, but it's out of his reach, and Martinelli's going to play it there. Good stick lift that time, though. Southers wins the battle. Southers leaves it there. Here's Searles walking right in. Backdoor tried to get the pass, but Griffith sprawled across now, and here's Dunlop, the shot, and a save up high by DeBrouwer. Frantic action here to start the second. Dunlop at the point. He'll lay it down. Perovic leaves it Spencer. The quick shot and the save up high. Another great stop by DeBrouwer. Always big and square on those shots from distance. And that one's going to go down the ice and will be icing. And we'll get the face-off back in the Strathroy zone. Heffernan and Fitzmaurice, the goal scorers, back in period number 1. Both goaltenders very solid. Owen Benstead down the Orangeville net, getting his first career semi-pro start. Looking solid so far tonight. Face-off to the right of DeBrouwer, controlled by Prust. Griffiths off the draw, takes it in behind his own net, and then works his way out, makes a nice move. He'll fire it up. He's got Keating. Keating, he's got a step. Keating walks in. The glove saved by Benstead. Good stop at the top of his crease. Referee says play it. They play on. Jets had peeled off for a change. Benstead wanted to freeze after the nice glove save, but he wasn't going to get it. Now McQueen chops it there to Baker. He'll go back. LeBerge from his own zone looks things over. He'll fire it up, deflected in by McIntyre. Here's Jamie McQueen. McQueen on it in the corner. He's tied up by Curry. Puck comes free. Chidwick kicks at it. Then Curry takes it. He'll start up. Tyler Curry walks it to the red line, dumps it in. He'll peel off for a change. DeBrouwer goes out to stop it. He's got that beautiful all-orange setup this year as the Jets clear it. And there's Perry on it in center. Perry for Quayle. Quayle, spin pass, gets through Perovic, and then McQueen's got it. He'll chip it to McIntyre, ahead for Baker, back to McQueen. Look at the puck movement, here they come. Baker walks in, takes the shot, he scores! Wes Baker fired that one through a screen. Benstead never saw it. It went under the blocker hand arm, and Wes Baker gives the Jets their first lead of the night. It's 2-1. 17:42 to play here in period number 2. That was just incredible puck movement through neutral ice by the Jets. Tic-tac-toe. Baker waited as Noseworthy just drifted in the eyes of his goaltender. And a guy like Baker with that skill level can pick a spot. And he makes it 2-1. Here's Heffernan trying to answer. He got hooked. They don't call it. And the Jets are going to get it and turn it over at the Orangeville line. Here's Perry. He'll headman it. On the puck, Cam Searles will chip it through. He's got Heffernan. Heffernan busts right to the net, takes the shot to save DeBrouwer. And now McQueen's got it. He can't get it past his man, Daniel Perry, and now they do get it out in center. McQueen, once again tied up by Perry. He'll have to turn back. Goes into his own zone and then gets it up to Rocca. Here's Rocca. He'll fly up. Rocca drops it back. McQueen. McQueen takes the shot. Save Benstead off the blocker. It rolls out the far side. Habib gets it back. Rocca spins it down low. It'll go behind the net. Jets are changing, so Orangeville has a second here to catch their breath. Dan Perry fires it through center. It's knocked down in center ice by Elkins and then chipped right back in. On it, Perry behind his own net. Look out, he's in trouble. Berisha all over him. Berisha takes it away, and then he's bumped in the corner. Gets it down low, Vanden Elzen. Vanden Elzen tied up by Searles. Puck comes free at the side of the net. Berisha trying the sharp angle shot. It wouldn't go, and now Southers is away. Keenan Southers makes a move, chips it in, and now he'll peel off for a change as Habib's on the puck there. He'll turn it cross ice. Berisha sends it through center, knocked in by Vanden Elzen, so no icing. Spencer's got to hustle. Jay Spencer, former Kansas City Maverick, he overskates the puck. It just sits loose in the corner. Berisha's on it. Berisha tries to turn it out front. Good play, though, by Dunlop. He'll take it away. Dunlop chips it. It's off a leg, and Quayle will go after it in center. Quayle backhands it through, but it's going to be into the Orangeville bench. And we'll get a face-off once again just outside of that Orangeville defensive zone. No referee's going to say dead center ice, and we'll get the face-off at the neutral dot. Landers on the draw against Quayle is opposite. Off the draw, the Jets control. There's Griffiths. Spins it back for Martinelli. He had to be quick with that puck, and he made a nice play to get it ahead, and away goes Landers. Ferreira cutting. Landers to the middle, takes the shot off the glove of Benstead, up and into the netting, and out of play. 15:45 to go here in period 2. Juan Benstead's been solid. He's made a couple of big stops. That was a tricky stop, looking for that high corner. Young goaltender went down early, but he got the glove up high and got a piece of it to get it up into the netting. There's a sharp angle shot from Jobson. It bounces down. Ferreira, the shot and the save by Benstead. Now Ferreira spins it to the middle. It's left there by Perovic for Spencer, and Spencer's cross-ice pass picked off. Here's Jobson in center. He can't get by his man, and now Chidwick's going to jump cut, make a move on Martinelli. Chops it right on goal, and that's no problem for DeBrouwer, as that just floated into the glove, and he'll make the stop. And we'll get another face-off in the Strathroy zone. Face-off to the right of DeBrouwer. Prust controls the draw, puts it down low, and then it's spun up the wall that time nicely by Vergeer. Fitzmaurice can't get by his man, and now it's a loose puck. DeOliveira couldn't find it. Now they go ahead. Here's Prust. 2-on-1 with Keating. Keating walks in, takes the shot, hit the goal post. As DeOliveira played it out, now Heffernan's going to turn back. As those guys can really fire that puck. It went far side, hit the goal post. And we stay 2-1 at 15 minutes to go here in period 2. Searles leaves it there for Heffernan. Heffernan back to the line. On it there, DeOliveira. He'll go cross ice. Curry, backdoor, Heffernan. Heffernan waits, and then fans on it. Now he tries to get it in front, and it's a bouncing puck taken back by Southers, and then it's taken away by Prust, and he'll start it up. Prust's pass through center ice. They're going to say it was deflected. In behind the net, Keating. Keating turns free. Puts it back to nobody, and now Searles is away. Here's Cam Searles, makes a move on Olkins. Searles swings wide. He'll backhand it, hoping for Southers. Southers takes it, and then he'll play it to the middle, but it's picked off by Habib. On it there, Fitzmaurice. It's bouncing around at his feet. Dan Perry fresh off the bench. He'll find it. Perry then turns it right back to Fitzmaurice, and then the Jets are going to reset with Wes Baker in center ice. Baker with speed right through the middle. Wes Baker, and a good stick that time by Perry as Baker was barreling through. He'll chip it on the far side, hoping for McQueen. He's got it. He'll put it down for McIntyre. McIntyre turns it over, and Noseworthy fires a pass off a leg, and then it bounces away from Perry. Here's Baker. He'll walk in and score. And the Jets take the 3-1 lead. Another bad turnover in their own zone. And the Jets make them pay. It's 3-1. And Wes Baker's got his second of the period. Got a feel for the young goaltender. The first and the third goal tonight specifically really didn't give him a fair chance on either of them, as that was just a not a great turnover to make in your own zone right there when you had control and we're looking to break out. And now the Blitz have a little bit of a hill to climb here tonight, as this is a team that plays very well with the lead, speaking of Strathroy. Here's Rocca trying to add on. Rocca takes it in behind. It'll be chopped off his stick. Berisha finds it. Berisha then gets it back to the line. Griffiths, his dump in goes around the far corner. Activating Perovic. And then back to the line, Martinelli. He'll wait, he'll shoot. It's blocked and deflected down low. On it, Rocca. At the side of the net, tries to jam it, and Spencer's going to have it there. Spencer can't get it by Berisha. Berisha takes it right to the net, takes the shot, big save, rebound. Rocca takes the shot again. Another save by Benstead. Now Griffiths the shot off a stick, up and into the netting, and out of play, as the Blitz are going to have to make a change there. Those guys were gassed, and a couple of bad turnovers. Benstead made a couple of good stops, and ultimately a good stick by Dylan Quayle prevented that dangerous chance from Griffiths, and we stay 3-1 at 12:57 to play in period number 2. Landers wins the draw. Griffiths, he'll take the shot right in the chest. Benstead, no problems that time. He will hold on. We'll get another face-off in the same spot. See a young fan who found that puck that went out of play, celebrating down on the glass. Enjoy the souvenir, youngster. Off the draw, Curry spins it up the wall. Miscommunication. Griffiths jumps up. Here's Griffiths. He'll go cross point. He's got Martinelli. Martinelli shoots it. He goes wide out the other side. Johnson, big save by Benstead. He was a little bit out of position, but he sprawled across and made a huge save as Griffiths carries that puck. He'll leave it there for Landers. Landers in the middle, Ferreira. Ferreira dangles his way to the corner. He'll stick it behind the net. Johnson tries to get on it. He'll leave it down low, Landers, and then it's picked off, and away goes Searles. He'll get Southers, cross ice there. It's Heffernan. Heffernan gains the line. They move in. He'll drop it back. DeOliveira, the shot, and the blocker save. Easily that time by DeBrouwer, and now Jobson starts the rush. Away goes Jobson. He'll fire the shot. It's sticked away by Benstead off the back of the net. Broken stick on the ice. I believe that was Jobson, but he peels off for the change. Now the far side pass. Here's Keenan Southers. He's hooked by Prust. No call. They'll chip it through, and then Prust has it back. Fitzmaurice lays it for Prust. He'll go hard to the net. Fitzmaurice. They drop it back. Vergeer walks in, shoots. Big save, Benstead. Benstead really holding his own here in his first start in the NPHL. Southers back the other way. Leaves it in the middle. Cyril's the shot. Tried to chip it through to Brouwer, though. Always big, always square. Makes the stop, and he holds on. As what a big stop that last one was. I wish I had a replay ability here on our broadcasting streaming. Obviously, we'll get that figured out in the future here as we strive to be the best of the best no matter what. And if I had a replay feature, I'd definitely show you that last big stop by Benstead to keep this a 3-1 score. Let's try to answer, and instead it's Fitzmaurice the other way off the block shot. He'll carry on the right wing side. Fitzmaurice to the middle. Prust, his pass knocked down, and now they get it to Keating. He'll spin, shoot. Big save again by Benstead. This kid's made a few big stops here tonight. Here's Quayle. He'll fly up on Vergeer. Get it towards the net, and Chidwick couldn't get a stick on it. Here goes Keating back the other way. Keating sends it cross corner. It'll bounce down. Benstead's going to just cover it up. Now he's going to have to play it with Prust peeling off on a change. He'll fire it up. There's Perovic. Perovic makes a move on McIntyre. Now he works in, dumps it in. It'll ride the plate to the far side. Chidwick goes after it with McQueen. McQueen takes it away. Now he's going to start the rush. McQueen leaves it for Alkins. Alkins with some speed. Gets it in the feet of McQueen, who gets it right back. Here's McQueen. He'll walk in. Couldn't dangle his way to the slot. Now he's going to tie up in the corner and then send it right back to his goaltender, DeBrouwer, who's going to play it. DeBrouwer leaves it for Alkins. 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in period 2. Alkins gets that one back. Now he looks things over. He'll walk out and fire it up. Out of the reach of McIntyre. Dunlop will play it there for the Blitz. Dunlop cross ice. Spencer. Spencer fires it up. He's got Searles. Searles has Heffernan cutting. Can he get it to him? No, a good play that time by Alkins. And now the Jets start back. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre chips it, hoping for Baker. It's knocked down, and away goes Southers the other way. Keenan Southers, the big body, rumbles up. Gains the blue line. Drops it there for Searles, who leaves it for Heffernan. He'll stick it down low. Alkins on it. He's tied up by Searles, and now Alkins works it free, and then he turns it over that time to Heffernan. Good board battle work here by the Blitz. Here's Heffernan. He'll walk out, go cross point. There's Spencer. Spencer fires the shot. Blockered away that time by DeBrouwer. Far point. Dunlop spins it. He's got Heffernan. Good pressure here from the Blitz. Heffernan walks in, fakes the shot, takes it. Glove save, rebound, and a big stop by DeBrouwer. He kicked it out of there. Both goaltenders making some huge stops in period 2. Here's Alkins. He'll just send an aerial. McQueen knocks it down with a high stick. So it's no icing, but it is a high stick, so the Blitz will play it, and the Jets will peel off for a change. Here's Cam Searles. Down that right wing side. Searles works wide. He'll stop up. Backhanded through. He had Dunlop, but it bounced in his feet. Now Chidwick's on it. Chidwick behind the net, taken away by Martinelli. The big, strong defender will play it off the wall. And in center ice, man blew a tire. Look out, that was DeOliveira. Quayle backs him up, and Berisha takes it away. Here's Rocca. Rocca spins it through, couldn't get it to Berisha cleanly, and then he's going to spin it down the wall, picked off by DeOliveira. He'll put it up the opposite wall, and away goes Chidwick. Chidwick carries in, cuts to the middle, takes a quick shot. It was off Quayle. It's bouncing. Martinelli ties up his man, and then Rocca takes it away. Rocca then dispossessed. Here's Chidwick in the corner. He's tied up. He'll work the puck free, but on it there is Griffiths. He'll turn away from his own net and start up. Griffiths for Vanden Elzen. Vanden Elzen, he'll swing wide. Stop up, leave it for Griffiths. Griffiths bodied by Curry. It's a four-man battle, and Quayle eventually works out with it. And then it's poked back in the corner. Curry's going to have it. 8 minutes to go here in period 2. Another brisk moving period here in Orangeville. Here's Perovic. He'll cut to the middle. Perovic swings in. Had nothing there. He leaves it instead for Curry. Curry just takes a shot. It's wide. Bounces off the wall where LeBerge will play it. Matt LeBerge got it up the wall, flying up Landers. Landers will go after it. He'll be first on it here. De Oliveira goes in behind to play it. He'll poke it to the opposite side. Open man Jobson. Back to Vergeer. Vergeer back for Jobson. They're set up. In the middle, Ferreira, the shot, he scores. Kobe Ferreira makes this a 4-1 game as the Jets explode here for 3 in the second period and take a commanding 4-1 lead in period number 2. .7:27 to play. Heffernan looking to respond as Strathroy, like I said, the team that plays very well with the lead. They got the league's best goaltender, and they won't shy away. Here's Noseworthy. On the right wall, goes behind the net. Lays out Vergeer with that reverse hit. Now he spins it out front. Couldn't get it to Heffernan, and instead Ferrer up for Jobson. Excuse me, that's LeBerge. He'll carry it and hoist it in. 7 minutes to go in period 2. Perry. He'll wheel it back. Noseworthy has it behind the net. He'll leave it there for Heffernan, who's going to start the rush. Heffernan works up, gets through Keating. Hooked up that time, but he stays with it. Here's Heffernan still on it. Gets around Prust. He'll go behind the net. Ties up with Alkins, and then the puck pops free on the other side. And you can just tell the Blitz legs tonight running just 2 lines. They're definitely gassed. Here's Keating. Keating swings wide. Cuts to the net. The backhander, and Benstead got a piece. There's the backhand up and out of the reach of everybody. Hadid's going to leave it, and here's Prust. Prust hasn't hit the score sheet just yet. He's done that in pretty much every game he's played this year, as you would expect from the former NHLer, as Chidwick should have backhand that one in. Hawkins will take it. Blitz changing. Here's Fitzmaurice. Gets it ahead to Prust. Prust, he's got Keating cutting. Prust waits, walks in. Backdoor. Keating knocks it out of the air and into the net. What a goal that was. As Prust just flicked that one at about 3 feet off the ice. Keating just batted it out of midair like a baseball player. And the Jets have taken full control of this game. It's 5-1. That was a highlight reel goal right there from Cole Keating. Wow. So 5-1's the score here. 5:56 to play in period 2. Griffiths ahead, McIntyre. He'll chip it through Baker. As you can tell, the Jets are definitely not messing around. They want to be ready to go for the playoffs. As there's a save by Benstead. It's poked free and then given away. And McIntyre couldn't bury it. He hit the goalpost. Here's Martinelli, the shot. Kicked away once again by Benstead. It's no fault of this kid tonight. He's done everything he can so far, but his team, not a lot of legs around them. As Martinelli, the shot. And there's another save by Benstead. Griffiths on the puck. He'll turn free. He'll get it back to the line, McQueen. It's picked off, though, by Perovic, and away goes Quayle. Let's try to get one back here on the scoreboard if they can. There's a shot blocked, though, nicely by Martinelli, and then Chidwick follows it up. Back to the line, Spencer. Spencer fires the blast. It was deflected out high. DeBrouwer pokes at it. It goes behind the net. Chidwick couldn't get the stuff at the side of the net. And McIntyre's going to send it up and out of play. That'll be a penalty. So we'll get our the game's first power play. See if the Blitz can get back within 3. (5-1) the score here. 4:56 to go in period number 2. McIntyre sits for 2 or less. Blitz get the first man advantage of the game, and that was a delay of game penalty, an automatic call. Outside of that, the refs have really put the whistles away tonight. As De Oliveira puts it on the wall. Searles spins it back. He's got Southers. Southers to the middle. Jets penalty kill, top in the Nphl Metropolitan Division, operating over 90% on the year. As there's De Oliveira, takes the shot. It was tipped just wide. And Southers gives it back. Here's Searles behind the net. Opposite corner, it's Heffernan down low, Searles. Searles, no play on net, so he gives it back to Southers. They're set up. Back to the line, Curry, cross ice, De Oliveira. They'll go back for Southers. Southers all the way across Heffernan. Heffernan dances his way through. Back De Oliveira, the blast. Kicked out, nice stop by DeBrouwer, and then it's sent all the way down on Benstead. Minute 13 to go on the power play. Here's Kyle Heffernan, he'll start the rush. Heffernan flies up, cuts in. He'll swing wide, go in behind the net. Heffernan trying to get his mates set up here. He'll take it to the point. Cross ice, Curry. Curry back for Heffernan. Heffernan waits. Back for Curry. Back to the high point. Heffernan will go across. There's Searles. Searles tries to get it towards the middle, and then it's turned over. Good play by Jobson. He'll send it all the way down. As you can see why this penalty kill. You get the combination of a great goaltender, as Benstead fanned on that outlet pass. Hawkins takes it and just kills a couple seconds and chips it cross ice. But you can see why this penalty kill is operating over 90%. As they not only have the best goaltender in the league, but they stand up, they play a nice solid box, and it does work its wonders. Here's Spencer behind the net. He'll walk out, final 15 seconds of the power play. Here's Dunlop back to the high point, Spencer. He'll go back for Dunlop. Dunlop on the far wall in the middle. Perovic, the shot, and the save up high by DeBrouwer. Good blocker stop as we hit 5-a-side hockey. Let's go for one to start the game on the power play. Here's Quayle. He'll go down low. It was deflected, so Dunlop has to play a bouncing puck. He'll leave it in the corner. Chidwick wins a battle. He's 1-on-3, though, and then he pokes it. There's a quick shot, and it was sent just wide by Quayle. Spencer takes a shot. It rides off the blocker of DeBrouwer up and into the netting and out of play with 2:37 to go here in period number 2. 5-1, the score in favor of the Strathroy Jets. So the playoff matchups in the Gateway Division are set. The 1 and 4 matchup is going to be Alvinston and Tilbury. Of course, there's no easy matchups in the Gateway Division this year. Alvinston and Tilbury, both teams, again, Tilbury can win on any given night, just like any team in this league. And then the 2-3 is going to be Strathroy Stratford, a championship rematch from a season ago that went 7 games, went the distance, had everything from some crazy hits, crazy fights, all the emotion. Strathroy with the 2-0 lead in Game 7 blows the lead and loses in the championship final game. Just an incredible series that is going to line up to be. As here's Prusko's backdoor, big save, Benstead. Now Griffiths left wide open in the slot, and he's denied by Benstead. Man, you got to feel for Benstead. He has done everything he can tonight. He's made some huge saves. As here's Heffernan. He'll walk in, fake the shot, take it wide. In behind the net, he's got it. He'll lay it back to Perry, the shot, and a good save by DeBrouwer. Evan DeBrouwer's had all the answers except one tonight, as they're going to hoist this one through, hoping for Preston. It's taken back by Heffernan. Minute 40 to go here in period 2. But that Stratford-Strathroy series is going to be electric. Here's Dan Perry ahead of the play. Put it off the wall and then get bodied off the puck by LeBerge, and then his aerial pass off the back of Baker, given to McQueen. McQueen just chips it through nicely. Here's McIntyre. He tries to get it to Baker for the hat trick, and it fanned on its way. Baker spins it, turned it over, and here's Chidwick. Chidwick walks in, takes the shot, the glove save to DeBrouwer. The quick reaction. Man, this guy's got the reaction time of a cat. Evan DeBrouwer, the league's top goaltender. And since he's entered senior hockey, again, like I said, he was goaltender of the year at Arizona State University at over .920 save percentage, under 2.5 goals against in over 30 starts in college hockey. The #1 college hockey league in the world, NCAA Division I. And he dominated at that level. And since he's come over to senior, he's been a dominant force, and he's a big reason the Jets have championship aspirations. At the line, De Oliveira will take a shot. It was knocked down by LeBerge. And now LeBerge leaves it for McIntyre as we're in the final minute of play. Here's McQueen. McQueen chips it, trying to get it to Baker, gives it right back to McQueen. McQueen, all he needs is an inch of space. He's going to drop it back, though, to Baker, and his captain will put it back. McQueen's got it behind the net. 34 seconds to go in the period. McQueen toe drags his way at the line. He'll dance through, get it to Alkins. Alkins back for McQueen. It was blocked, and away goes Chidwick. Chidwick ahead. He's got Perovic. Perovic walks in. Perovic, backhander, stopped by DeBrouwer. Final 20 seconds. Here's a backdoor pass. Curry, and he couldn't stuff it home. Missed the target, and then a man taken down. No call, and they're just going to hoist it all the way down. That'll be icing with 8 seconds. We'll stop the clock at 6.4, and we'll get that one last face-off in the Strathroy zone. As the Blitz really, really needed to get one here by the end of this period if they wanted to hang in this game. It's going to be tough to get 4 in the third period. Again, against a guy who is the league's top goaltender, as they're going to pull Benstead here. McQueen's eyes just lit up. Jamie likes to fire it from a distance. 6.4 seconds. That's a lot of time here, so it's a big draw for Cyril's. He wins it. Spencer on the wall, in trouble. He'll just put it down low to Heffernan, who sends it through the goal mouth, as that will end period number 2. All right, we were 1-1 heading into the first intermission, but the Strathroy Jets came in and took control of this game in period number 2, putting 4 on the board and take a 5-1 lead heading into our third and final frame tonight. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back with third period action. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube.
17 Boston, minor penalty interference, 5 minutes for fighting. 21 Calgary, 5 minutes for fighting.
right, folks, welcome back. We're set for third period action here at the Igloo in Orangeville, Ontario. Score after 2 periods, 5-1 in favor of the Jets. It was a 1-1 score heading into the first intermission, and then the Jets came out flying, ironically, in period number 2 and took control of this game. And the 5-1 score is where we sit. We'll see what the Blitz have up their sleeve here, if they have a late comeback in them. And for the Jets, they just want to come in here, take the 2 points, and close out their regular season on a winning note as they get set to host the Stratford Irish next Friday in Game 1 of the Metropolitan Gateway Division playoffs. As here's Keating right to the slot. Quick shot early on. Benstead's got it. He'll cover up. And we'll get a face-off in the Orangeville zone. Good early stop from the young netminder. He had a solid game so far up to this point. None of the goals really in this game are on him. It's just been a couple of bad defensive coverages and a couple bounces, and Cole Keating deciding that it was baseball day today and swatting one out of midair to make this game 5-1. Here's Griffiths. He'll play it down low. Prust lost it that time to Dunlop, who sends it up the wall. Fitzmaurice steps in front of his man and then sends it back down low to Prust. A strong body on that puck, leaves it down low for Fitzmaurice, and then the chip pass ahead for Southers. He'll send it cross ice, and it's picked off by Keating. Keating gets it right back in. There's Quayle. He'll stick it out to center for Spencer, and then Spencer's pass off a skate, and Keating will come right back in. Keating turns to the middle. It's picked off, and Heffernan's on it. He'll lay it back, and Dunlop's going to start it up. Off the wall, he finds Quayle. Quayle, the spin move at the line, gets around Martinelli, leaves it there for Spencer. The quick shot, and it was blocked. Nice block that time from Griffiths, who's going to turn back and fire it up all the way down. That'll be icing on the Jets as they were in the middle of a change, so that'll make it a little complicated here for the linesmen. Try to figure out who was on, who was off, and it does look like they did spot Keating. Oh, no, Keating's going to sneak off. Look at that. Nifty veteran move from Keating right there. And the referees just let it go as the faceoff will be to the right of DeBrouwer as the Jets do get their change. But here's De Oliveira's point shot deflected just wide. Out the far side, it'll be put back down low by Curry and then taken away by Searles, and his centering pass taken back by Baker, the captain. Here's Wes Baker through center, cuts, drops it back. McIntyre given room, takes the shot, glove down nicely by Benstead. Head goes Perovic, he's got Searles. Cam Searles, spin move. Tried to drop it back though, and it was off his stick, and then Chidwick just pokes it down low. Here's Perovic. Perovic, 1-on-2, gets it back to the line. It's picked off by McQueen, and Jamie McQueen's going to patiently wait and then fire it up in the skates of Vergeer. Vergeer then chips it to the middle, and McIntyre has it for McQueen. McQueen takes the shot, kicked away by Benstead. Like I said earlier on, tough early test as that clear was knocked down by Searles. He's a little shaken up, but a tough early test for Benstead in his first career semi-professional game coming here against the Strathroy Jets, who are one of the top teams in the entire NPHL, not just in this loop or in this division. This team can go toe-to-toe. If you get a full lineup, this team can go toe-to-toe with any team in the province. Here's Rocca. He'll swing his way in. Cut to the backhand. He'll take it behind the net. Center it, and it's picked off by Heffernan, who's going to start up with speed. Here's Heffernan. Tries to split the defense. Halkins on it, and then Heffernan pokes it, but he missed it, and it's sent all the way down by the Jets. This will be icing and a face-off back in the Strathroy zone. .27 to play in period 3. 5-1 remains the score. As Alkins takes this one off the draw, he'll spin it off the wall, and Habib gets it up. Van den Elzen will take it through center. He'll chip it off his own man. It's taken away by Heffernan, and he'll turn away. Heffernan cross ice. He's got Noseworthy. Noseworthy back across, but an errant pass, and Perry's going to reset. Daniel Perry from behind his own net. Jets set up in that aggressive 1-3-1 that they've run all season. That's something that the Stratford Irish are going to try to find a hole in, but it's going to be a real tough matchup regardless as that one's sent in. Benstead will come out to play it. He'll play it off the wall, and Van den Elzen just puts it back down. He'll take a hit for his troubles, and Noseworthy's on it. He'll spin it back, and on it there, it's Heffernan. Heffernan through the legs pass. Jets bench laughing at him, but it was still a nice pass. As here's Rocca. Rocca cuts through the red line, gets the blue line. He's given a little bit of room here. He works in, backhands it off the crossbar. He didn't miss by much. Here's Abib. He'll send it off the legs that time of Quayle. It comes out to Griffiths. Griffiths takes the shot. Big rebound. Big stop that time by Benstead. He blows a tire, gets back to his feet. As in the corner, they battle for it. Van den Elzen poked off his stick, and there's Chidwick. He'll turn, but he turned it over, and Griffiths gives it back to the line. Rocca, he'll take the blast, and the save made by Benstead. Here's Perry. Through center, but he couldn't get it around Rocca, and then Rocca just sends it in. Van den Elzen will rumble in after it. Perry just sticks it up the wall. He's got Searles. Cam Searles turned back. He'll go behind his own net. The defense changes, and Searles jumps through center. He'll gain the red line, 1-on-3. Stays strong on the puck, but then it bounced off his stick, and Martinelli just sends it off the glass and out to center. No icing. 15.5 to go here in period 3. Dunlop from behind his own net. He'll look things over. He'll fire it up, and away goes Spencer. Spencer, nice backhand pass. He's got Perovic. Perovic walks right in, takes the shot to save DeBrouwer. No rebound. And he holds on as Evan DeBrouwer. He is a tough nut to crack, man. He is an excellent goaltender. He's always seems to be square to the puck. Always seems to track the play so well, and he's never in panic mode. Even if he lets a goal in, he shakes it off. And the old adage of Bernie Perrant, one of the greatest goaltenders of all time, you can let one in. It's not the problem. It's about how hard you make the next one, and that's definitely Evan DeBrouwer's MO. He's shown it off tonight. He's made some great stops and just always calm and composed. As that one sent through center, knocked down nicely by Spencer. Spencer at the red line in some trouble. He'll turn it over to Jobson. Here's Jobson flying in. He'll leave it for Ferreira, who has it go off a stick and into the net. As that's a tough break for the Blitz. As that one went off the stick of Perovic and into their own net. And I believe Ferreira touched it last. If not, it'll be Jobson. And regardless, it's 6-1 in favor of the visitor. So for the Blitz, a tough night tonight. Got to hit the reset button and attack next game, which we know right now scheduled Sunday against Woodstock here at the Alder. And then after that, it'll be straight to postseason mode. Whether they play Woodstock or Halton, that is yet to be decided. And as I said about the Jets, they will be next Friday, game 1 in Strathroy, 7:30 puck drop at the Gemini. Tickets are on sale now. And then, of course, Saturday at the Allman, the historic William Allman Memorial Arena, 5:30 puck drop. Playoff tickets, again, are on sale at Front Door Plus. Head there. Make sure you don't miss a second of the playoff action as we nearly get underway in the first NPHL Metropolitan Conference playoff matchups. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for it. As we already mentioned, Strathroy set up with Stratford, and then on the opposite of that conference, here's Heffernan walking in. Heffernan is going to get called for a penalty. He sent it wide of the net on that shot after the whistle. As LeBerge goes down, he's grabbing his face. We'll check and see if this is a minor or a double minor. First power play of the game for Strathroy. As Heffernan went to lift his stick on that nice move, and he clipped Matt LeBerge up high. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like it's just a minor penalty. And Strathroy goes to the man advantage. Another area, shocker, another area where they are very successful. But Tilbury and Alvinston is going to be the 1 versus 4. And then again, Six Nations has clinched the 2nd seed in the Loyalist Division. Orangeville takes the Loyalist Division regular season crown. And right now, Halton and Woodstock, who play tomorrow. And of course, Woodstock closes out their season here on Sunday. That will be a big couple of matchups there to decide the 3 and 4 seed. This is an area where the Jets will make you pay. As the play-by-play announcer for the Stratford Irish, I can definitely tell you, this power play has been lethal even before they added a guy named, as Jamie McQueen puts that one in the back of the net. Even before they added a guy named Brandon Press, this is a lethal power play, and they strike right away at 7-1, and this one is all but in the books, folks. Seven-1 the score, 13:30 to play here in period number 3. Spencer circles from his own zone. Blitz just looking to finish strong here in this game, as I said, and get ready to play Woodstock on Sunday and then head into the postseason and go on a run. As this team's very short tonight. For those of you watching at home, maybe you're wondering, oh, how is this a 7-1 game? Blitz are missing a lot of names tonight and held in there in the first period, but we see Strathroy, take full control of this game in the second half. More legs and definitely more bodies in the lineup. Here's McQueen. He'll charge up the right wing side. Jamie McQueen just scored on the power play. Now he takes it hard to the net. But a good play that time by Spencer, who lost his stick in the process. He'll battle in the corner. It comes out behind the net, and there's Dunlop. Dunlop hoists it, hoping for Southers. It was taken away nicely by McQueen. And that one spun down low looking for McIntyre, but Spencer, who grabbed his stick, gets it up the wall, and he's got Keenan Southers. Playoffs across the NPHL, including, of course, the Capital Conference up in the Ottawa Valley area. They all begin next Friday night. It's going to be a really exciting time here. Playoff hockey is always the most wonderful time of the year, as Perovic's got this puck for the Blitz. He'll spin it down. It'll hit the stick of Chidwick. He's bodied 1-on-3. He gets it through. And there's a pass in the middle by Searles out of the reach of Perovic. And Dunlop will reset at the 12-minute mark here of period number 3. Here's Chidwick. He'll backhand it wide. DeBrouwer just lets it go, and then he tees it up the wall for Rocca, and Rocca's going to start up. Ahead for Van den Elzen. Van den Elzen's got Berisha cutting. Van den Elzen to the net, and it's out of the reach of everybody and comes out the far side, where Rocca spins it, but he can't get it to Van den Elzen. It'll instead settle down for Berisha. He'll just put it off the outside of the net, and then Perry up the wall. It's knocked down at the point. Kept alive by Griffiths. He'll find Rocca. Rocca goes to open ice. Stick lifted, and Quayle's going to be first on it for the Blitz. Quayle fires it. Gets it to Searles, and now Cam Searles walks his way out of the zone and turns back. 11:14 to go in period 3. Searles backhands up. He's got Quayle. Quayle's chip pass in the middle, though, off a couple of feet, and Berisha is going to turn away. He's going to put it back. Find Griffiths. Cross ice. There's Martinelli. The Memorial Cup champion in 05 with the London Knights. Always a steady presence on defense. Here's Landers. Landers pass in the middle, knocked down by Noseworthy, and then he gets it up to Southers. And there's Keenan Southers. He'll leave it there for Searles. Searles will attack the middle. Get it down for Southers. Southers a nice chip on net, and there's DeBrouwer. Makes another great stop. As Southers deflected that one through his legs, and DeBrouwer up to the task. Here's Tyler Curry. 10.5 to go in period 3 from his own zone. He'll fire it off the wall, and Vergeer's going to have it for the Jets. He'll go back across to LeBerge, who gets it up to Jobson, who can't get it by De Oliveira, who spins it across ice, and he's got his man Curry. In the middle, it's Perovic with speed. Here's Luke Perovic. He'll drop it back. They get it back to Searles. For Southers, he'll spin away, get back to the line, De Oliveira. De Oliveira, the shot deflected in by Cam Searles. A beautiful tip at the side of the net. And the Blitz get their second of the night. It's 7-2 on a beautiful deflection from Cameron Searles. Saw him throw the hands up. He was excited on that one. And not because of the scoreboard, but because that was a beautiful tip. He was about 1.5 feet wide of the net. And he got the stick on it and deflects that one home. And 7-2 is the score here at the 10-minute mark exactly here of period 3. This one will roll in on Benstead. He'll cover it up. And we'll get a face-off down in the Orangeville zone. So De Oliveira and Curry draw the assists on the Searles goal. Beautiful deflection at the side of that. We've seen a few acrobatic deflections tonight. Cole Keating, of course, batted that one out of midair back in the second period. And now Cam Searles with a nifty little tip at the side of the net. As here's Perovic, charges his way through, and Keating takes it away, blows the tire, and Fitzmaurice gets it ahead. He's got Habib. He'll fire it into the opposite corner. There's De Oliveira. He'll spin it up, and he's got Keenan Southers. Away goes the former Maple Leaf farmhand. He'll look things over. Leave it there for Perovic, who's going to turn away, and then go back to De Oliveira. Alex De Oliveira walks in, takes the shot, the save by DeBrouwer. got big, got square, and made another good stop right in that Jets logo. And Strathroy looks to break out. Keating off the wall out to center ice. Tyler Curry has it with 9 minutes, 8 seconds to go. The Oliveira looks things over. He'll go back across, out of the reach of Curry. Curry plays it off the wall and just sends it in. No icing. DeBrouwer goes out to stop it. He'll play it high off the glass, and Keating knocks it down, leaves it for Fitzmaurice. Away goes Fitzmaurice. Prust joins the play. They drop it back to Prust. Prust works in, has his stick lifted, and then behind the net tries to center it. And Chase Spencer takes it. Spencer then turns it over. Here's Keating. Back for Fitzmaurice, and then it's taken away by Cam Searles, and then kept in at the line. Beautiful play by Griffiths. And then his pass picked off by Dunlop, and the Blitzer away. Here's Quayle. Quayle fakes the pass, takes a backhand pass, backdoor, and Dunlop couldn't bury it. Bounced off his skates, and very close to getting the Blitz their third goal of the game, but instead it's McIntyre. One-on-one with Spencer. He beats him, takes a hook. Referee's arms stay down on that one, as that was as obvious of a hook as I've ever seen, and then McIntyre will fire it wide of the net. Martinelli's on it. He'll put it down low. There's Baker. Baker gets it back. He'll get it back to the line. McQueen, look out. He walks in. He blasts it just wide. It jumps over the stick of Baker, hoping for the hat trick, but here's Quayle the other way. He'll send the aerial through. Searles will be first on it. It's no icing. Searles in the middle. Chidwick the shot. He sent it just wide. Now here's Searles. Nifty move in the middle. His shot blocked, and then the follow-up kicked away by DeBrouwer. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in period 3. And away goes Jamie McQueen, one-on-one with Noseworthy. McQueen cuts to the middle. He's going to look to take a shot. He does, and he hit the crossbar. As Benstead couldn't even react to that one. That's Jamie McQueen for you in space. You don't want to let him take a shot, but it's up and into the netting, out of play. 7:28 to go in period 3, 7-2 still the score. Off the face-off, Noseworthy chips it ahead. It's knocked down by Vergeer. And at the side of the net, Berisha takes it to the net. It was off a leg and spun up. Heffernan's on it. Heffernan goes in behind his own net. He'll look to start it up. He'll drop it back. Here's Perry. Fires it up. He's got Heffernan. Heffernan's got a step. Heffernan works in right to the net. The power move, but DeBrouwer a good poke check. At the line, Noseworthy, cross-ice Perry. Perry fires it, blocked down high by Berisha. Berisha takes a hit and then chips it out to center. Noseworthy in a race that time. He gets to the puck. It's in his feet, and it's taken away by Van den Elzen. He'll put it down low. They spin it out front. What a beautiful setup, but they couldn't bury it. And that was Berisha. Now here goes Southers. Keenan Southers works his way into space. Fires a shot, glove save to Brouwer. As Evan DeBrouwer stands up at the top of the crease. Flashes the leather and takes that chance away from Keenan Southers, the former Maple Leaf farmhand. Off the draw, blitz control. There's Quayle, nice little head fake. He'll put it down low to Chidwick. Chidwick back in front hoping for Quayle, who was off a leg, and now Chidwick battles in the corner. Take a hit from Alkins and get it down low to Quayle. 6:21 to go here in period 3. Chidwick the wraparound. He sent it wide. Now quick shot to Oliveira, and DeBrouwer made the save. He didn't even realize it. Just threw the goal stick at it and made a good stop. You got to be good to be lucky, and you got to be lucky to be good sometimes. Evan DeBrouwer makes a nice stop right there, and he didn't even see it. Here's Landers. Get it down low, Ferreira. Ferreira bodied nicely that time, but he gets it to Jobson, whose pass was picked off, and away goes Cam Searles, who makes a beautiful inside-out move. Searles had no play at the net, though, as a good back check by Habib. And now Searles 1-on-3. It's in the feet and sent through center ice by Jobson. 5.5 to go here in period 3. Curry ahead out of the reach of Perovic. That'll be icing. And nope, the head referee's trying to say it was tip. He says, never mind. Much to the displeasure of the crowd here in Orangeville. And they're just going to keep the face off. They did let the blitz get a change, but they're going to have the face off. Yeah, now the referee's going to say, okay, yeah. Good job. He called the tip, and then he said, it's okay, linesman, it's fine. And then the linesman allowed the blitz to change, so he's like, well, if I made the call, I might as well bring it to center. And that's where we take the draw with 5.5 to go in period number 3. And a reminder, folks, I'm laughing and joking tonight. It's a laid-back night on a snowy, blizzardy night here in Orangeville with a short lineup, but as soon as we get into the postseason, it's all business, and you folks will be hearing me on the call, probably much to the dismay of those in Strathroy, but you'll be hearing me on the call in Stratford for that first-round matchup, and I'll be here as a beautiful stop again on Southers behind DeBrouwer. But I'll be here for round 1, 2, and hopefully round 3 here in Orangeville. The entire journey. Can't wait to guide you guys through what is set to be a very exciting postseason in the Nphl Metropolitan Conference. And on our way to the Outlaw Cup, April 24th. It begins in Smiths Falls, Ontario. Chase Spencer from his own zone with 4:48 to play. He'll walk across. Nice chip pass. He's got Perovic, but Perovic saw Brandon Prust. And I don't blame him. He backed up just a little bit as there's a big body coming at you with a lot of NHL experience. And I'm pretty sure quite a few hits registered in the National Hockey League as Fitzmaurice open on the back door. Puts that one in, and the Jets extend the lead. It's 8-2 as Brandon Prust doing all the work there. Big body, drove his way to the middle, drew 3 blitz skaters on him, and then he just fed it to Fitzmaurice, who was left wide open on the doorstep. And he makes it 8-2 in favor of Strathroy as the fans begin to head out of the building tonight. So Martinelli and Prust draw the assists on Fitzmaurice, second of the night, as the Jets are back in the offensive zone and set up. There's McQueen on the back door trying to get that one to the net. It was poked away by Perry, and then McIntyre back for McQueen. McQueen gets it to the line, and they keep it alive. LeBarge then lost that battle. It comes free, and here's Chidwick. Drops it back. In the middle, Cyril's pass, though, knocked down by McQueen, and he's just going to backhand it up, and he's got Baker. Baker's got 2, looking for 3. Here's Baker, walks in, takes the shot, big save, Benstead. And the rebound popped out the other side, and away goes Cam Cyril's. Cyril's, though, tries to split through 3, and he couldn't get it done, and now McQueen spins the backhand pass across. He's got Baker. 3.5 to go in period 3. Here's Vergeer. He'll spin it. He'll get McQueen. McQueen behind the net. Power move to the middle. He's got Van den Elzen. Van den Elzen, though, in some trouble. And away go the blitz. Cam Cyril's. He's got the second of the 2 blitz goals tonight. He'll backhand that one off a stick. It's taken away by Coyle. Here's Coyle, backhands it towards the middle, and it's picked out by Vergeer as we enter the final 3 minutes of play here in Orangeville tonight. Here's Rocca. He'll work in, swing wide. He'll stop up. He's got Berisha cutting. They don't get it to him. They get it back to the line to Hadid instead. Maybe he puts it down low. Van den Elzen. He'll get it down. And that one bounces off a skate and in. And it just says, when it's not your night, folks, it's not your night. That one was a centering pass that went off the skate of De Oliveira and into the back of the net. And you can see Benstead's frustration. You got to feel for the kid. I mean, it's your first start. You give up 9. But in all actuality, if you sit down and you watch the game tape tonight, I don't give that kid a shot on a majority of these goals tonight. It's been a tough night for the Blitz all around. But, again, you got to reset. You got to hit the reset button coming off that big win in Six Nations. And you got to just take it with a grain of salt and head into the postseason with your chin up and try to go win a championship and have fun at the Outlaw Cup. As Southers takes this one away. He'll leave it there for Heffernan, back for Southers. Southers will find it behind the back. He'll walk in. He'll slide it through, couldn't get it to Dunlop. Heffernan on it there, and the Jets will take it away and get it up to Ferreira, who will find Jobson in center ice. There's Ferreira in the middle. His pass picked off. There's Heffernan. 2:06 to go here in period 3. Heffernan swings wide. Heffernan takes the shot. He scores. What a snipe from Kyle Heffernan. DeBrouwer frozen on that shot. No reaction there, and Heffernan Gives the home crowd something to cheer about right there. What a rip that was. Right over the blocker, hand, shoulder. And this one will sit at 9-3 with 2 minutes to go here, period 3. That was a gorgeous shot. Heffernan really has come on strong. Again, he started the year with the Cambridge Hornets of the Allen Cup Hockey League. Came over to Orangeville in and around the trade deadline / roster freeze, and he has really been a star on this team since he arrived. As he's fit right in with this team, fits in the room. He likes to play fast. He likes to play north-south. Coming from the Allen Cup, it's a very, fluid puck movement league, and not as much of the north-south game. As here's Keating walking in. He'll take the shot. Saved by Benstead. But no, he's fit right in here with this Blitz team, as that one shot deflected just wide by Keating. Spencer will fire it up. He's got Chidwick. We'll leave it there for Searles. Cam Searles gets it down to Chidwick, who will lay it back, but it's picked off nicely. And away goes Keating. He's got Fitzmaurice hustling up, looking for the hat trick. Here's Keating walking in. Tries to go back door, but a good play by Dunlop. Spencer takes it away, and then Dunlop in some trouble. He's got Prust in his face. He's going to turn back and leave it there for Quails. We're in the final minute of this 9-3 game tonight. Here goes Cam Searles. He'll lay it into the corner, go after it. LeBerge on him, just bodies him off the puck, and LeBerge then tied up. Chidwick goes after it, but Vergeer pokes it free, and there's McIntyre. Final 38 seconds to go here in period 3. Here's Baker. He's got 2. Looking for 3. He'll walk in. He'll take a light shot wide of the net, and that's a captain move right there from Wes Baker. As on it, McQueen, he's still fighting for something. He's going to turn around, get bodied by Noseworthy, and then the puck comes out the other side. There's Perry, as the final 20 seconds of this one are going to tick off. Dan Perry ahead. He's got Heffernan. Heffernan's got 2 tonight. He'll lay it back out of the reach of Perry, and now McQueen is going to take it up in the final 5 seconds of the game. McQueen for McIntyre. McIntyre, the shot, easy save, Benstead, and the clock will hit zeros tonight. As this game goes final here, 9-3, the Jets come in and take down the Orangeville Blitz, finishing up their regular season. Again, no Ben Thompson, no Tyler Randall, no Alex Gilmore, one of the leading goal scorers in the league. No Justin Auger, former NHLer with the LA Kings, and even on the other side, no Brandon Buck, who's one of the best players in all of senior hockey across Canada. And a few names missing on both sides. No Pat McNeil. If these two teams met head-to-head full strength like they did back in Strathroy, I think we'd see a much tighter score than what we saw tonight. Thank you to those who are at the game live tonight, who braved their way through the snowstorm and headed up as the Jets conclude their regular season with a big win here in Orangeville. And for the Blitz, they have one more coming up Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock, against the Woodstock Lakers, and then they will head to the Nphl playoffs. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Trey Hamilton. This has been Orangeville Blitz Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube.